Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is a broad spectrum reading. I do speak in broad terms. You need to figure out if and where it fits in your life, if at all. I do need to apologize. First, I want to say welcome to those that are new, welcome to those that are coming back, and thank you for all of those that support me on Patreon. I need to apologize. I just went on this morning to release the video for today, and I realized that I haven't posted it. I hadn't uploaded it to YouTube. I filmed it yesterday, and I forgot to come back in the office and upload it and then put it on Patreon. So you guys are going to be seeing it a little bit late. I've got to release it to Patreon and then release it to the public. So you guys are going to be seeing the 9th video a little bit together at the same time. But this is for the 10th of March. It's not solely set for that date. It can be used whenever you're seeing it. I do believe readings are timeless. They find us when they need to. You can also refer back to the Sunday underpinning reading, which is the energy that underpins these readings. That populates in the lower left-hand corner of this video. The last 3 days I've been seriously just spaced out. I don't know what my deal is. I came in and I filmed it yesterday, and I was like looking for it this morning. I was like, where's the video? And I was like, did I not film? And then I found it. It just never got uploaded to YouTube. And I did half the job. Anyways, for those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there are some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel. What decks I'm currently using at the time, how to follow me or contact me on social media if you're interested in a private reading. Those are available and payable through PayPal. They're $65. And easy ways to support the channel. You can do so by hitting that thumbs up button, which is a huge help. Leaving me a question or comment on the reading. That also I love. I read those all the time. Sharing the video out with your friends or on your social medias, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. That greatly helps too. All right, so let's get into these cards and see what's going on with my daffy brain. I've just been out of it the last 3 days. Like, my brain is not firing correctly. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's this Virgo full moon. Or maybe Saturn in Pisces is trying to teach me something about stop being so damn dreamy, Pisces. I don't know. Okay. But I apologize to my Patreon subscribers because you guys usually get to see the video a day early. Today you won't. But this video will go up early for you. Alright, so let's see what the card is for today. It is Justice. Oh, fierce. Fierce on fire, Justice. I love these cards. They're absolutely beautiful. So Justice is major arcana. This is about a truth being revealed, things being restored back into a sense of harmony or what's right. What's right may not be harmonious too. Let's just say that with Justice. Sometimes justice can be about the truth coming out. Truth can be surrounding us, a relationship, a situation that we're in, or it could be a truth about us that we didn't necessarily want to see. What I love is this face is emerging from the older face, like a newer version of ourselves could be renewing from this or being birthed from this truth, a new awareness, a new intelligence, a new, hope or perception that makes us all the more adept and powerful within the situation. We had the Fool underneath all of this, underpinning in the midweek. So we have two major arcana cards that play, the Fool and Justice. And when you kind of combine the two of them, I feel like Justice sort of helps to balance out the Fool, but the Fool still has that exuberance, that excitement, that willingness to take on the challenge to see this through to justice. Does that make sense? So following our intuition, following our dreams, following what we know to be true to ourselves might be the very sort of truth or justice that we need. Don't be surprised if, some truths come out today or some realizations come to you today around people, situations, whatever it is that we're dealing with in our lives that enlighten us in a way, that give us a sense of empowerment or a new perspective on how to look at things, how to see things, how to restore balance back into a situation. That's definitely Justice's influence. Sometimes she can be a little bit harsh or painful, right? But sometimes the truth hurts, right? And it doesn't have to hurt us, but it might just hurt us in the sense of knowing something about someone we didn't otherwise know or didn't want to know. Seeing somebody in a different light that's more real to who they actually are than who we thought they were, or seeing ourselves in our own behavior in a way that isn't necessarily so becoming of ourselves, and we're like, oh shit, I need to change this. I don't necessarily know that this is about us as much because the Fool is underneath this. The Fool to me is about embarking on a new journey. So this could be the very thing that we learn that allows us the freedom to move forward in that Fool's energy and go like, okay, well, I've learned what I need to know here. I'm moving on now, right? I understand this situation pretty wholeheartedly, and it's time for me to, pack my things and go, or pack up my knapsack and seek a new adventure, or a new route, a new truth, right? Because the truth that remains here in this situation, relationship, or whatever it is we're dealing with, we're aware of now. It's served us. It's been made clear, and ultimately, oftentimes, justice indicates the winner. Like, sorry, I need a coffee. In, like, say, a court battle or an argument, the truth comes out and justice reigns supreme. It is Libran energy. It is that air sign energy of balance and wisdom and intelligence. So, be prepared for a new truth to emerge. Maybe even that truth is from within ourselves. And within that truth, it might no longer allow us to stay in the places that we've been. Hence, that's why the Fool shows up. Does that make sense? And that's why we have to embark in a different direction or move towards something new. Even if we didn't know that we wanted to, or we thought we would or should, justice kind of is pushing us to make that decision to embark out into the Fool's energy and try something new or different. I hope that makes sense. Now let's look at the Miracles Now card. I can find peace in every breath. Been a lot of focus in these cards on peace and love. I like these a lot. So if we are learning something new today, right, and if we are embarking on the Fool's journey, being conscious of our breath and breathing in that peace, even when we are faced with challenges, either through truths that are coming aware to us, or through excitement of new journeys coming through to us, we need to ground ourselves and breathe in that peace of our soul, peace of our mind, peace of our heart, breathing that in and keeping ourselves steady in this truth, on this journey, through this change or shift. I haven't looked at the clarifiers yet, but something through this justice card could be being revealed that we may not like, that we might, although it's the truth, it may not be a pleasant truth. The truth ultimately serves us, but it might be a truth that we didn't otherwise see or want to know about. And that could be disrupting our sense of peace or harmony within our own lives. But don't let yourself be robbed of that. You can find peace in every breath. So as you breathe your way through the situation and start off on the new journey of the Fool, with the awareness of justice, with the awareness of what the justice card represents, you can attain, maintain, and keep hold of that peace within each and every breath that you take during this experience. Let's go to the clarifiers. We have the Queen of Cups, oftentimes a very emotional card. She is definitely associated with water on water, so she's emotions on emotions, highly intuitional, highly self-compassionate, very nurturing. She can sometimes be forlorn, a little bit too emotional, a little bit too psychic at times, but I don't get this from her. I almost get this feeling of, for some of you, this truth, this justice, there might be a sad goodbye involved, is the feeling that I'm getting with this Queen. There's almost like a melancholic state here of, shit, I wish this could have worked out, but it can't, because the truth is you're an asshole, or whatever. Excuse my language, but I'm just using that as an example. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from the Queen of Cups. Let me go to the next. Oh, great. We've got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is going to be about fire, spirit, and movement. So where we're feeling down, and maybe a little bit emotional around a situation, nostalgic would be a good word for the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Wands is like, sister, let's go. Like, forget him. Let's move on. Don't worry about it. We've got this. It's like Laverne and Shirley. Queen of Wands, she is tapped into the spirit world. Definitely. She's fire, she's spirit. So, and justice is often depicted by a woman holding scale. So there's a lot of divine feminine energy on today, just with these two queens and the justice card here. I feel like the Queen of Wands is here to kind of nudge us forward on the Fool's journey. Like, understanding, like, the Queen of Wands is going to be a little bit more daring than the other queen. She's going to take a little bit more of a risk. She's going to understand that she can think more in the moment and pivot more in the moment and make things happen her way, the way she needs. Um, Regardless of, you know, what other people are doing. She's more self-assured than the other queens as far as I'm concerned. I mean, well, I wouldn't call it self-assured. She's just got a little bit more bravado. A little bit more cunning in a way, right? And so where our emotions might be up or our intuitions might be up, we might be feeling nostalgic for a situation or feeling like we need to say goodbye to a situation, and we're holding on to that goodbye a little bit longer than we should. Queen of Wands is going to be like, no, girl, let's go. Come on. My cat's ready. My stick's ready. I got my flower in my hand. We're leaving. Get your cup. Get out of your chair. Quit looking at the past, and let's move forward. So I kind of like that these two are here because one is fire, one is water. They're both queens, so they're both associated with the cups element. So it's still about, you know, maintaining our emotions and justifying our emotions, but both queens know what they deserve. Both queens hold themselves with high regard, right? Both queens aren't going to put up with other people's lies or garbage anymore. They are going to, you know, find that justice and work towards that peace in every breath. And then the last card is the Five of Pentacles. So this potential move on could feel scary to us. It might feel like if we move on from whatever this situation or whatever this truth is, or we use this truth as a impetus for us to move on, we could be moving into the unknown. We could be moving ourselves out of situations that at one point in time felt warm, caring, or always would have been there. But ultimately, fives show us, first off, they're transitory. Second of all, the Five of Pentacles in particular actually shows us the strength of perseverance, right? Of being grounded and continuing to push forward even in the face of adversity. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups are also very strong women, right? They are very strong court cards. They are not going to let, like, say, a lame kid in a little snowstorm slow them down. They are going to push forward through the detritus, through the bullshit, through the lies, through whatever. They're going to find the justice, and they're going to maintain their peace while doing so. Situations, I will say with this Five of Pentacles here, situations may shift or change though. And those shifts and changes may not feel so warm, fuzzy, and welcome. But I think that that's okay. On the other side of this, or underpinning all of this, is the Fool. We have to take that journey. We have to take that leap, that jump, that step out into the unknown, even if the unknown feels foreign, cold, or lonely. We're not alone, right? Ultimately. But we have to realize that before, and we might have to face some of that before we realize that we're going to be okay in the end, if that makes sense, right? Like at the beginning or the onset of this truth could give us a shock or make us feel left out in the cold a little bit. But once we've been out there in the cold, you know, the Queen of Wands can certainly produce fire, and the Queen of Cups has water, so we're covered there. Here is the, oh wow, here is the grounding stone for the day, and it is truth. It's interesting because 3 of our grounding stones this week have been, I was going to say, 3 of them. Clarity was the one for the week. We had focus in the midweek, and now we have truth, and all three kind of intertwine to me. This truth is the truth of the Justice card. This truth is the truth in the power of the Queens. This truth is the truth in us finding our peace with every breath that we take, even in the face of adversity. This truth is the truth that wherever we are in our lives, with whatever situation we're dealing with, where we're thinking about how it's no longer serving us, possibly lying to us, or it doesn't fit us correctly anymore, and we need to move on, that is our truth. We need to ground in that truth as we begin the journey forward. Even if the journey forward feels hard, daunting, scary, unknown, that's some of the Five of Pentacles energy, but that's also the Fool's energy. In the end, we will be greatly rewarded. It will be surprising. It will be adventurous. It will be pleasing. We just have to get over this initial hump of the shock of the truth and the justice, whatever justice brings, and then the first initial struggle of the shifting into the change. That is your forecast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow so we see how this energy transforms. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.